Okay, so this is going to be, I believe, diamond hit scan here. Yeah. Tracer. Let's quickly skim through this VOD really quick here. I believe this is diamond. The goals were to hit masters. Maybe that's changed since then. Interestingly enough, your form says goal solidly masters around masters 3, couple hours per day. I'd like a second opinion or direction of what to improve on. I feel like mechanics are holding me back. Specifically, I feel like my mechanics are at the plat diamond level according to some of the tracers I see on your channel. Interesting. I will give you my opinion on that. I get that the most important thing is the short range off angle, but then in practice, the enemy positioning is always evolving, and I don't have the perfect information, so I find myself getting boneheaded positions too often, especially on maps that are hard for Tracer. Yes, this is very, very, very normal. Obviously, like the key thing is being able to make those rotations live time and develop. I find that a classic example with Ana, for example, is knowing that I need to find a short range off or a long range mid angle, right? But then as the fights develop, a lot of Ana players really, really struggle to know where to go next. And that's pretty common, right? That's something that Ana players struggle with a lot. And honestly, it's common with Tracers too. Because I think the tricky thing with Tracer is that like while you have more tools to rotate mid-fight, it's also a lot more of a responsibility to rotate mid-fight. So you're not expected to take an angle and just AFK. That angle may develop and you got to real-time adjust. In terms of the mechanical side of things, the key thing is just to play consistently, to play frequently, to warm up consistently for 5 to 10 minutes every day, to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. And then any mechanical habits like trigger discipline, crosshair placement, those are things that you can always work on with Tracer, especially the trigger discipline one. So we'll keep an eye on that. And yeah, we'll get ready to roll here. This code was selected. I died way too often. I saw a lot of mistakes when I reached up. I think my awful mechanics were causing a lot of them. Okay, and you just said these games are in the Diamond 1 range. Okay, let's take a look here. Taking this short range off angle. This is good. No complaints. No reason, to rotate here because you're just doing an immense amount of damage. And then as you see the fortify and as you start to get flanked, you take the angle on this Tracer. Recall, okay. Got a little bit surprised by him. This is okay. A little bit of a mismanagement with how you're positioning around your CDs. So for example, like right here, you don't have re. So your first priority should be to hold this off angle here. And then only pursue the kill when you see an opportunity. Like for example, right now, it's okay to blink, but you might not want to blink through the target. You might want to blink to stay on the outside. One of the challenges with Tracers, if you do blink through a target to make them dodge their shot, you might want to blink back to hold the angle and then finish off the kill. But you need to avoid being in the middle of the enemy team here. That being said, this isn't too shabby. Good. Finish her off. Good. No, don't run back to your team. Keep the angle. If you need to blink out, fine. Then rotate back to this position and keep the pressure from the side. Okay, let's keep going. There is a huge amount of rain coming on right now. Hopefully I keep power here. That would be a bummer. Okay. Sure. Recall that. Dang, I just seemed a little too slow with the recall, right? So recall there just to preserve your HP and to continue the pressure on this Tracer or on this soldier. So like right here, you can recall back to full and then continue the duel with the soldier. You're just a little slow with the recall. So this is, I assume, a relatively recent game. So I'd like you to take a second here and think about why did I not recall? You know, like every single parameter or every single metric was saying, hey, I'm 1. I've been shot for an extended period of time. I should recall this, right? Why did you agree this? I'm not saying it's like, why? You're dumb, right? There was a specific reason, I'm sure, but you need to reevaluate that reason because your priorities were wrong there. This angle's fine. Good try with the pulse. One little thing with Tracer. If you have the element of surprise, please do not wait with pulse. A lot of times if you see people shoot before they pulse, it's to kind of pull attention on a target that's already there. So like let's say the Brig's looking your way, you could tickle her a little bit and then go for the pulse to kind of make her, kind of bait her, right? But for example here, she doesn't even know you're there, just pulse. Don't wait. Because that gives her the time to react to your pulse. A little bit of trigger discipline there. So here, for example, look at your clip, we'll slow it down. slow it down, right? Then here, please do not finish your clip. This is also trigger discipline because your blink value loses value halfway through the clip. Because halfway through the clip, they have reacquired you as a target. So then therefore you can blink out and then finish your clip. This is why you see a lot of tracers in higher level use blink melees, because blink melee can be used as the transition to preserve HP without reloading. Let me give you an example of this exact same duel. I'm here. I go, bop, he turns toward me. So I blink in, give him half my clip, melee, blink out, and resume the clip. You see what I'm saying? Rather than blinking in and going, right? No, instead, get in, get half your clip, I won't kill this bot, melee, blink out, and finish the clip. So that's really why you see so many blink melees utilized, is because you don't want to get caught in a reload, but you're trying to squeeze out an extra little bit of damage before you have to blink again. Players at higher level use their blinks significantly more often, so they're generally a lot better at utilizing the melee for free damage. So in this situation here, it's okay to use your blinks as you did, or at least the first blink, but then you failed to follow up the second blink, and then that's why you die. Not your best staging. Not your best staging. With the information that you have, where should you stage from here? Take a second to think. Eichenwald second is a difficult point for Tracer. It's definitely unique. So what do you think? So I think with the information that you have, you see Soldier, you see Hitscam. You know they're holding this choke, which means this is a really free rotation for you now. Not necessarily to apply pressure. This is really risky. But you can blink either triple blink through here and hold this angle here, or you can even wrap to high ground and start to apply pressure from behind. Because now, obviously, this is a lot spookier. Nice. Okay. Okay. Yep. A little slow. You notice that you still have that tendency to finish that clip, right? So look at this again. You're going to bait him to shoot here. And then right here, this is when you need to blink. Blink through 180, melee. Finish your clip, blink back further so he doesn't catch you with a helix, reload, and then you can even blink here and finish the clip, melee, reload, etc., recall, whatever. So you blink through him, but you blink through him to reload, right? You don't get the actual damage, and you took the damage straight forward from his gun. So it's a lot of the dueling mechanics, and then obviously the trigger discipline there that need more practice. So when we talk about your mechanics, a lot of it is how you're utilizing your melees, or your blinks and your reloads. A lot of just kind of finish your clip and then blink. Finish your clip and then blink. You're going through the motions of Tracer without really understanding the nuances. Maybe you do understand the nuance, but you just need more practice actually doing so. Sure. A little blind here, but that's okay. It's fine. It's a little messy. Okay, so this is the moment of truth. Like, this is where you've earned the right to beat this guy. Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, it's messy, but sure. Ooh, okay. Almost messy with the trigger discipline there again. You see it? Your first clip through in the Soldier. This, you felt the need to finish the clip all the way through when you could have gotten to about 20 bullets there, blinked through, or just even meleeed, and then blinked through and then finished their last 15 bullets right here, and this guy's dead, right? He's cooked. Almost there, but you see this reload? This is what kills. This is what almost kills you, or almost loses it. But the aim is honestly not too shabby. When we talk about your mechanics here, it's more about how you're moving and how you're playing the character. And then here, this is just lazy. You're between recalls and you're between blinks. You need to be thinking about your rotation here. Either putting more passive pressure here or even taking the time to rotate top. This is lazy. And by lazy, I mean not really being intentional with your setup and what the next step is. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. There just need to be more pressure from you, more efficient pressure from you there. It's a little awkward here. You don't have too many blinks. Will you be able to get this? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think the aim is really that bad. Like, honestly, like it doesn't look too shabby. Okay. That's good. That was a good use of your blinks there. You got a nice clip. Blink through it because you know you're not going to finish it. Bait the hinder. Blink through. Oh no, you could have greeted that. You could have absolutely greeted that. He was really low and you had recall. So like right here, reload. Give yourself a hopper. You know what I'm saying? Finish this son of a gun. I'm not sure what happened here. You had him. That's all right. Still useful. Retake that position. Yeah. Don't peek this. You're gonna have to blink. Oh no. Okay. That was better. Okay. That right there was almost what we're looking for. Okay, so ignore the really bad start to this, right? Let's look at this in detail again. So right here, he's got your crosshair on you. So you put a couple of shots in him. Right, he starts to realign his crosshair on you. You've not finished your clip. What should you do? Well, you should blink. So you blink. You're a little slow. You miss the melee. You blinked a little too far. And maybe, honestly, with him pressing W here, you can't get the melee anyway. But you see, that would have been 40 damage right there. And then you have an additional 20 bullets to dump into his butt cheeks, which is going to be like 130, 140 damage, putting him at 1 HP, right? At which case, he's just dead. Even if you miss the melee here, though, the difference is that now you can actually finish these 16 bullets if you aim them a little bit better and actually get value. And he's still trying to reacquire you. By the time he reacquires you, you have another blink. So your mistake here is you could have juked him again. And at least, I hope you're going to shoot half your clip and blink through. At least. You don't. You wait till you basically finish your clip. Do you see the mistake there and how you didn't win that HP trade, even with his poor aim? That would have been another situation where you start to shoot a couple bullets, reload, start to shoot a couple bullets, he starts to reacquire you, you shoot 10, 15, 20 bullets, and blink through and finish your clip with the melee. Close. You're going through the motions, the execution isn't there. That's okay. I need to see that poor execution from you more often. Because that means you're going to get good at it, right? In these hit scan duels. That was close. Okay, this fight's lost. Okay. Oh, this is okay. This is just you trying to greed your recall. This is a lot of resources they're giving you right here. I would probably say I wouldn't necessarily rotate here. I just maybe put it... Well, I mean, I think this is okay. It just was a little bit unfortunate because you didn't quite have your resources in time. And, oh my days, you're so close. Because this would have been so valuable for your team. Yeah. Margin, I wouldn't worry as much about that particular engagement. That was really close. Don't sweat it. Now that's where the shots are useful. The problem here is that this is not going to be enough to kill her. You're going to need to use a blink to go behind her and finish her off. So that's where you needed to, instead of recalling immediately, use your last blink that you were acquiring there so that you can actually finish the target off. I don't think the pulse spawn was bad there because you can definitely secure that kill. And considering that she was scoped in, I think it's a pretty easy pulse. So yeah, I mean, it was a reasonable strat, just not super well executed. Instead of recalling, pulse or blink there. Do your 20 bullets, then blink. Don't do it. 20 bullets, blink. 20 bullets, blink. Melee, reload, duck behind cart. Shoot, 20 bullets, blink. You get what I'm saying? You're a clip finisher, is what you are. You're a clip finisher. Don't be a clip finisher versus these kind of characters. That was close. It was close. That last clip you didn't finish. But then you can even be a quarter clip finisher. You see what I'm saying? Like when you have this many resources and this much cover, you can be super disciplined and just basically guarantee that he's going to have to miss his Hinder. It was a good try. Yeah? That's an opportunity to melee and finish your clip. Did you start a reload though? Hang on. So like right here, blink, melee. Yeah, you started a reload. Okay, so this is the melee half clip finisher right here. You see it? I feel like I'm talking like a WWE terms or something. You got him with a super reverted suplex. Gingivitis. Yeah, you see, you get the blink, but you're always reloading on your blinks. Ay, ay, ay. You see it? You're always reloading on your blinks. It's all right. Because the other thing about when you're holding your clip is it's not only is it more effective, it also means that it's easier to aim. So it's hard to get a full clip on a target that is strafing you. But if you blink through them, their priority is not strafing, but reacquiring you, which means that they're easier to pulse bomb. It's why a lot of times, it's sometimes easier to get a 180 pulse bomb than it is to get a straight on pulse bomb, even though you're disorienting yourself, because their movement becomes more predictable when they're turning around. So you can look at it right here, a perfect example. This guy's kind of moving, but then as you get here, watch how easily he moves during this reacquisition. He legit moves in a straight line, jumping in the air like a moron, right? That's an easy 20 bullets in his butt cheeks right there. You see what I'm saying? It's finding those opportunities to utilize your movement and abuse the reacquisition and how easy it is to track people during those motions. Like right here, right? Like you don't even need to blink. He's not looking at you, so it's just easy bullets, right? Same thing with this Orisa. Good pulse. You timed the fortify really well there. Okay. Another one of those blink reloads. I don't think it was as necessary here because you're kind of up a few, but yeah. I hope this is making sense. It's fine. Just hold this angle here. It's fine. And then your next rotation probably goes top. Yep. This is good. Honestly, I think you're gonna live there. You know, if you turn and you see this, you're like, right? Like that means there's like no pressure on your front lane right now, so you can kind of just chill and duke back out and kind of play with your attention because there just isn't any teeth in your front lane right now. You see what I'm saying? So you're not really in. You don't need to go back to your team. You just need to live. Oh my gosh, yikes. Okay. As always, just let me know if there's any questions. Yep. Yep. Good patience here. You recognize, okay, Riss is far away, but I'm gatekeeping backline, so I just kind of play it cautiously. Yeah. Probably didn't need to recall there, but yeah, that's fine. It means that you can go back in faster, so sure. Could start top here. It's a really good starting position. Gives you choices. Like the, you know what I'm saying? It's really good for both sides. Awkward reload. Nice. Oh no, we're in the middle of nowhere. Oh no. Okay, yeah, we kind of rotated back. You have that tendency to kind of go back towards your team instead of holding the angle. We've seen that a couple of times. It's unfortunate. I hope you guys cap this because you guys earned it, certainly. I don't think you're going to, though. Okay, let's keep going here. So, big thing has been some of your angle setups haven't been great. Not terrible. Biggest thing, though, has been your mechanics with your clip discipline and your movement and 1v1s. And I think really those two are tied together. Yeah, I think that is by far the biggest thing. I don't think your mechanics are too bad. It's a little shaky here and there, as always. That stuff isn't can be improved on, but it's not too shabby. Okay, let's go here. Okay. We're giving them a lot of space here, which is fine. Just means you need to be a little bit more patient. I don't think you need to overthink this so much. Like you really can just shoot from here if you want to. It's not bad. This is okay as well. So we talked a little bit about like, you know, as the fight evolves, the short range off angles, how do I abuse that? I mean, you're doing that kind of right now. Like, for the most part, you've done an okay job of it. Like, this is still, you've gotten cleared out, so now you're behind. This is okay. Oh, so close! If you'd only had 20 bullets. Don't be a full clipper. Like, right here. Oh, just blink, just blink, just blink. And don't reload at 22. Like, this guy's cooked, right? Saves you so much of your HP if you do that. Good? Good? Yeah, good. Yeah, this is good. You're up one. You're playing with his attention. Deepen your rotation. Yeah. Oh, so close. Okay, so I want to go back to the Brig duel because I think that's where we could have taken a better cooldown trade. So let's look at this right here. We rotate in towards here to get closer. Sure. Here, this is where you screwed up. So this is where you gave a little bit of disrespect to Brigitte because she's not a hit skin. So you're like, it's fine. I'll just shoot her. But that's a lot of damage, right? So that's both the mini gone and 45 of your HP gone. And now she's procced Inspire. And then she hits you with the cleave here. So I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have any micro to give here. Just freaking blink versus this fricker. If you blink this versus this and dance around her or dance behind her, then she's not going to win this HP trade as much as she did here. That's really all there is to it. You just needed to win that HP trade more than you did so that you're able to go into this duel a lot more proactively. And then obviously here you misread how you peaked, and then you didn't know the Ana was here, and so on. So this just kind of leads to some fumbling. But beyond that, I think this duel, this fight was okay. Like, it just felt like you guys had a small advantage created from what you did, and that you guys are unable to capitalize. But I think I would look at that Brigitte duel as being the most important moment here. It's fine. It's a good try. Nice. Oh, you lost her. That's another mid clipper. You see it? You had a nice blink there. There's a world where you get this kill on the soldier. So you shoot, and then right here you blink, right? Instead of blinking and then proccing the reload, right? I don't think you get this, regardless of what you do. I can vault caps way too fast, but there's a world. Wow, this is a miracle. Oh no. This is a really good stall from you, all things considered. That recall was weird, but yeah, that was a really good try. It was a really good try. Okay. Yeah. Always an awkward spot. I think just kind of holding this space here is probably your best bet, and just being really responsive to any tension they give. And hopefully your Ram gets the memo. Yeah, this is just not the best angle for you. It's a little too direct. You can see it right there. It just feels like you're getting pincered. Just doesn't feel good. You're on the wrong side. Okay. Yep, this is much better. And then you can deepen from left if you want to, because you have resources. You can pulse this if you want. Oh no, just a little. Because here's the thing: you did the same thing you did with the Brigitte earlier. You knew you were gonna pulse, but you wanted to shoot first. No. The shooting is what delays the pulse bomb, which allows him to actually kill you. Right? If you just gone for the pulse bomb, this guy's dead. Right? Goodbye. Now, if you wanted to shoot this guy, you also would have blinked here, right? So it's like either you need to commit to the duel or you need to commit to the pulse, not both, right? Very rarely do you do both. One of the exceptions is, as we said earlier, on like the Nano Ana, right? Where you need a little bit of help from both the pulse and the weapon. Or a tank, right? You can do that versus a tank as well. You'll see that a lot when people like pulse bomb Winstons, right? A little bit of both columns is useful. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we're good, we're good. All right, half clip blink, half clip blink, half clip blink. I'm surprised he ran away. He was pretty isolated there. He should die. This is too far. This is too far. You're being too cowardly. You need to be more bold. Your team is fighting here. You need assist. It's not that shooting Orisa is bad if your angle is good for it, but your angle wasn't good for it, and there's a squishy just as accessible, and you chose the Orisa anyway. So I think this is just a misread. You've not often made these mistakes, but you've made them just enough to where it's something you need to continue to work on. Goodbye. You saw it. You died because you had to pursue to reach. You had to reach for the Orisa. So, you know, you're going to spend money on reaching a target. Yeah, this is freaking rough. Pretty much all in. I think you made the right play. Nice! The 5K. All you. Nicely done. Nice job. Ugh, goodness gracious. Okay, we're waiting. We're listening. We're looking. We don't need to really punish this rotation as much. We're kind of letting them gav it. A little bit of a spooky peek there. Okay, so here I just let him come in. Let him come in. Don't like, this is just not a duel you really want to take at this approach, right? You need to be a lot more subtle about this. So let him come in. Let him walk forward. Don't even peek him. Just listen. Let him peek you. Let him get to here and then take that duel, right? Because again, like you get cleared early, and then your first reaction is to go back towards your team, which I don't really know where else you would go here, to be fair. But this is just like, look at the space that you've lost. Like, look at how much space your team is controlling. You and your Genji. I know your Ram's on card. So then, okay, fine. We don't contest them. We let them come in a little bit. I think a large portion of this is just you and your Genji and Mori are on completely different pages with where we're holding. Good pulse. Yep, live. Now we tail. Yeah, this is just a team miscommunication, and then your behavior with it was a little bit inappropriate. Okay. I don't mind the retake from top. It's high noon. Yep. Sure. Yep. Really annoying right now. Don't run from the brig! Hold your angle, right? Hold the space. Don't run, go crying back to your mother, right? So when this brig crashes here, blink through her, duel her, run to the mega, back out here, harass, live, distract. You cannot lose this space here. It's just too expensive of a staging ground that you're losing here. It's a real tendency of yours here. Now this is good. But yeah, the initial start and setup of this fight was really quite good. You were really annoying to that Orisa brig. Like it's like a. If you ever grew up in the South, you know what a deer fly and a horse fly are. They're not just like flies. They're like they freaking bite, man. They hurt. So when they come around, you don't have to swat them out of like annoyance. You swat them out of fear, right? And that's what you were that fight. Like you were a freaking rat of a fly. You freaking hurt. Reset. Take high ground as quickly as you can. Stop running back to your team. You can live here. You can even live over here and retake the height. Retake space, even when you're down a few, right? So here, stop looking backwards. Run, hide, lurk. You must reset up. This is a complete waste of time. You see? Like, you needed to be here 3 seconds ago so that you were in a better position to duel this son of a gun. Doesn't mean that you fight 3v5s. It means that you have a fighting withdrawal, right? Where you're kind of resisting and holding space and being cautious. Get her. Oh no, you lost her. Shoot. Yeah, you just lost her, and you also forced the angle here. Just a general rule here: if you're really having a hard time with recontesting, if this feels really naked to you, as we saw it earlier with the Genji blade, you really can control space here, okay? And you can even pepper tank pretty good from this position. This space is really antagonistic to you, so don't feel bad about this. Like, it's a nano visor, and you screwed it up at that. It's never going to feel good, right? You kind of got carried last time because your Genji nano-bladed. But yeah, don't sweat it too much. That's just a very awkward location, very awkward setup for you. So don't sweat it. Okay, let's keep going. Take a left here, please. Well, it depends, I guess, depend the status. Yeah, okay, so maybe don't take left. Your freaking team is trolling so many fights due to taking fights by themselves. You're gonna swap? I mean, it's not a bad swap here. Yeah, I think Sojourn would feel a bit better here. There's fewer angles to play, but it's just an uncomfortable timing for the swap. That should have happened sooner. Okay, we'll stop there. Let's look at 1 or 2 more fights here. So big thing is stop. Don't be a clip finisher. Be a little bit more consistent with retaking space, retaking angles, like your mid-fight rotations, as you said in your form, definitely can need some work. They're not bad, though. Keep working at it. You definitely have the right principles, but there is a tendency sometimes for you to run back towards your team, and I want to see you avoid that. Okay. Also, I guess little things like there's been a lot of little details thrown in there as well, so just keep an eye on that. One of those, for example, being like take the duel or take the pulse spawn. Try to avoid doing both because it's compromising both. This rotation's a bit awkward. Like, I look at your movement and I just think you need more practice with how you're approaching this. Like, like there needs to be more if you're not contested on this angle, you should have already been here. Right? And then, oh no, Wrecking Ball, sure. Yeah, but there's a lot of hesitation with you taking space. I don't know if you're unfamiliar with this map or haven't as many reps, but like even here, you shouldn't be going straight through here. You should be wrapping up through here and approaching the Ana from this way. This is just significantly safer. Died too often, try to back up on third point. Okay, I'm looking at your notes here. So there's just some awkward, slow rotations for you here. You know, just like, you know, that kind of stuff, right? Like, I mean, you know what you're looking for. It's okay. Don't run. Don't run. You know, like, I think at this point in time, if you get your recall forced, the best thing you can do is run towards their spawn. If ball chases, you can live. You'll be okay. If he outplays you because he's just the GOAT, that's fine. But you can blink through here, and just live eternally. Like ball versus Tracer, that's a skill matchup, right? So don't, when you blinked back this way, I don't know if it was purposefully running back toward your team, but obviously it doesn't end up working out. So I think the big thing there is just don't get freaking slept. Big thunder. Okay, let's see what we got here. Retake some space. Worst case scenario, you did make some space. Like, they peeled really hard for you, which really helped your team a lot, so that's all right. Oh, that's just so much. That's so egotistical. I don't even think you really strafed there. You just freaking clipped them, you know? And then again, you didn't even know there's a freaking on right next to you. So it's just some of the fundamentals that need to be worked on just a little bit more with your movement and even with who's around you. You've been surprised a lot between the last 2 rounds. So check your game audio settings. Check your, do you play with music on? Maybe not. Maybe it's just a practice thing, you know? Like, knowing audio cues and reacting to them takes time, but that might be something to keep an eye on. And the way to practice that is not just your audio settings, but also physically forcing yourself to ask yourself, where are threats? Where are the enemy? Not everybody on the enemy team, but the people. Is there anybody in this space? And that's the only thing you need to worry about. Where are people on this space? And if you can do that, you're cooking. If not, you're cooked. You get what I'm saying? Yep. Ah, can't hit. Try to not get hit by grapple. Yeah. Don't need to blink that. Yeah. Yep. Hold the. Don't chase. Don't chase. You've done your job. Now deepen your angle. Take the duel here, or harass and distract here. Don't chase. Yep. Spooky. But okay. Sure. That helps your hazard out a great deal. Nicely done. Good. You committed to the pulse rather than just shooting. Even with a tank at that low HP, it doesn't matter. Just focus on the pulse. That's the most important thing. This has been okay. This has been better. I don't think you're fighting here, though, so yeah. I don't think you should be playing here. Let them kind of come in a little bit. Okay. Yeah, see, this is perfect. So your team is holding this choke here. You're going to let them kind of go up to here, and then you control the space from this position here. So it's good. I mean, you know what you're doing was silly, right? But you saw an opportunity, you went for it. I think this is probably fine. You just do better next time. Maybe get to here and then blink through her to kind of bait that initial burst of cooldowns and then go for the clip. But, I mean, I don't think it's stupid. It's high risk, high reward. You saw an opportunity, go for it. You just misplayed it. That's it. Yep. Where should your rotation be from here? No. I think you can fight this, but you need to fight it from this position and these statues. You know, you got to do it. This fight is starting. You got to go. Don't give up and go right. I mean, okay, to be honest with you, I don't hate this because you did it early enough to where you have time to rotate full right if you want to. But my point being is that this isn't miraculously going to be perfect, right? Like, there's still a chance here of death. There's still opportunities where, like, now they're going to leverage this position on your backline, right? So I don't hate this, but your call. That's still useful. You did a good job from this position. Just cap point. Don't get hit by grapple. It's the same thing with Brig, where I think you're not as, you need to keep remember the blink damage from, you know, bash and freaking grapple mine. This hurts, right? It's 50 damage or 60 damage, right? So just be a little bit more open to using those blinks on non-hit scans. Yep. I like the awareness on the Junkrat here. This is fine. It's tedious, but it's efficient. Yes. Blink. Oof, that was a full clipper. You almost died to that full clipper there. You see it? You should have blinked there halfway through that clip so you just don't give him any chance to kill you. Okay, we've won this. Okay, let's, Let's look at third point here, because I know you said some questions about third point, so we can just take a quick look at a fight or two here.
It all comes down to this.
Sure. I would recall that. 100%. You look at like the cost of this downtime. This is a 12-second downtime, and obviously without recall you would not be able to take the duel to Cassidy as aggressively, but that is a heavy price to pay. And he's just surprising you. Yeah, he's consistently... This is a consistent issue with you where you do get surprised by people a lot. I don't know if it's all audio cues, but it is a skill that you need to work on. Like right now... Okay, now you can play honestly, right? Now you know what things are going on. Oh dear. But even here, right? So you use your double blink to close the distance, which is not the end of the world, but then that means you need to be dropping and tucking, right? Or using your last blink to go through and just recall all the way back to here. It's not optimal, but it's better than dying, right?
Just take the objective.
Forcing point is okay, but I like to doing it from here to where I can LOS the poke a little bit easier. It's a little bit closer to cover. Yep, this rotation is nice from you. Kind of sneaky way to get up top. Could use your blink there instead. Yeah, that was good. Finish her off. I would absolutely chase that if you can. Mm-hmm. Good. Let's watch one more fight. Yeah. You gotta stop peeking that. You gotta let him out, you know? Let him out. Let him out where you can play the game. You know, there's so many fights, so I felt like you've gotten caught. Good try with the pulse. Yeah, this is just... You just didn't have the resources and you took too much damage pre-fight here. Okay, so pretty consistent throughout. Movement, clip discipline, some positioning stuff, and also, frankly, just being aware of what's going on around you. I mean, that's like such an incredibly crucial skill with Tracer because there's going to be so much going on around you that there just really is no excuse for being surprised. It's not going to happen. It's not impossible for you to be surprised. It's going to happen often, but you need to cut down how often it is happening through either audio settings or consciously, or even just being consciously aware of what's going on and where people are around you and then responding accordingly. So when I criticize your mechanics, it's more to do with your dueling mechanics and with your movement mechanics specifically, and not really specifically with your aim. Don't be a full clipper. Let me know if you have any questions, mate.